hot as hell in here. Don't get me. We got a few more songs for you. Thanks for coming in. One day you'll understand. Now we're back again. High at the end of my head. Now we're back again. Again. One day you'll understand.
String broke, sorry.
No. We're gonna take a sec. Sorry.
Thank you for your patience.
Don't really care how you feel, 'cause you tell me every chance that you get. Sweet. We have a few more. We also have an EP out. It's called Moon and Yellow. You can find that anywhere you listen to music if you want. Yeah, it's out there. We're writing some new stuff. It'll be out soon. So keep a lookout. Thanks.
Right.
Cycling one algorithm in this mundane cycle. Creativity muted and mellow. Every day passes the same. Forever, that's how long I've been here. Taught to love. Here for you and nothing for me. Blue skies cover me up, endless mundane cycle. Polluted mind starts to rover around for another 200.
Every day, remind me to piece them together, or else I keep falling away. Every day, remind me to piece them together, or else I keep falling.
Thank you. We've got just one more for you guys tonight. Thanks again for having us. Shout out to the Woodbridge. Shout out to Alex Andre. Shout out to everyone here in the room. Y'all are cool. Thanks for having us. Thanks, guys. We're Plumeria. Thanks for sticking out tonight. Bye.
Ch- Good, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the premiere of The Redacted Collective, a documentary by Joseph Olais. We're so excited to have you guys here and witness the fruits of 2 years of labor by this man over here who is still doing some labor right now. So we're gonna get everything started in just a couple minutes. So stick tight. Claim a comfy couch. Claim any real estate here. Get comfortable, and we're gonna get started in just a few minutes. Cool. Good evening, Los Angeles. How we doing? Are we all comfortable? I said, are we all comfortable? Very good, very good. So, like I said earlier, well, actually, let me introduce myself. My name is Cesar Alas from out here in the San Fernando Valley. We got some Valley folks here. Hell yeah. Do we have some Antelope Valley folks here? Yeah. Do we got some Inland Empire folks here? All right. Yeah. Yeah. Good synchronized woo. They're locked in. We have some Orange County folks here. Yeah. Hell yeah. So this documentary that our good friend Joseph Elias put together, he went far and wide, from as north as Antelope Valley to as south as El Centro, I believe, which is pretty close to San Diego, to interview a plethora of different bands with different sounds and different styles, but had one thing in common, in that they believe in the power of DIY. And I think a lot of you guys here do too, right? Yeah, I think a lot of us are musicians here. A lot of us are promoters. A lot of us are podcasters, the cool kind. And we even got a streamer over here behind me. He's streaming. So, and we're all doing our part to help each other make some amazing music and get it to everybody's ears. So, this is Joseph's love letter to DIY. Not to put words in your mouth, by the way. That's great. Okay, yeah. So I'll stop speaking for the man, and I'm just gonna let the documentary do the talking, and enjoy the Redacted Collective documentary. So here we are. We're in Boyle Heights, specifically Mariachi Plaza. We're going to be playing a show. It's a DM for address type of thing. A very good friend of mine named Young Gatita is letting me use their space here to make it happen, to make it go. It's been tough getting a proper venue in LA for various reasons, but once you're in this scene for as long as I've been, you start to make friends and you start to make stuff happen in the most unconventional places, So it's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be a lot of friends. It's gonna be it's gonna have a lot of energy. It's gonna be cramped. It's gonna be sweaty. I think even if there wasn't a lot of people, it's gonna end up being really sweaty. But that's okay. That's how we do it. But in any case, it's gonna be a lot of fun.
My name is Valentina Zapata, and I am a singer, songwriter. My band is Young Gatita. I do music, I do artsy stuff. I do a little bit of everything, at least I try to.
I'm Andy. I helped open up Bridgetown from 2011 to maybe 2015 is when I kind of slowed down my involvement. I played in a band called La Bea, and another band called Badmouth, and those two were very helpful towards saving money for Bridgetown.
I'm Alexi Madrigal. I play guitar and do Vox and Just Let Me Go.
I'm Caesar and I do drums.
I'm Kyle and I'm filling in on bass for Nate.
And you are?
Ophelia, Wabbit Presents.
I am Kyle from Versus Self, Self First Records, and Gate.
I'm Jack.
I'm Sam.
My name is David. I play in Young Gatita currently.
My name is Ronnie. I run this little community outreach program, I guess you could say, called the AV&D Collective.
Well, I'm Philip.
Oh, I'm Jasmine. I run Juniverse Live.
cousin was watching MTV at my grandma's house, and the music video for Linkin Park's Breaking the Habit was playing, and that was like, that just blew my mind. Another friend of mine who I was like trying to start a band with was like, you know what, you should listen to Algernon Cadwallader. I think it'd be cool if you made music like that. And that definitely like, this like encapsulates a very specific feeling for me that I didn't think anybody was actually making at the time. My dad would always, he was a DJ, he still is actually, but he was always listening to house music, rock en español and stuff like that. So I was always exposed to that music like since I was a baby, which I think also really influenced my music making.
My mom and my dad, both my parents, are associated with music in some way. So my dad was in a band in the 80s, and so he always had instruments around. And so I grew up with like music just being readily available to me.
Been raised with my family that's always been musicians. My uncle, he's in a pop punk metalcore band that he's been doing for many years, and he's been in multiple ones. And eventually one time I was really interested in wanting to play with them and be in a band for the first time.
Pretty much always been into music. Like when I was a kid, when I was like, I guess 2 or 3 years old, my mom said that I would sing along to all of my dad's like Garth Brooks records. My brothers were in bands when I was in elementary school, and I always thought that that was really cool. And they got me into bands like Blink-182 and other like pop punk stuff and some like ska.
And I've always wanted to be in a band. I was super into Kiss growing up. I was like 2 or 3, like banging on pots and pans. And then my dad brought a drum set home one day, and one of the guys that I used to skate with, we started a ska band. His name's Arturo. He still plays music with my other best friend, Arturo and Abraham. They're in a band called Rank Ocean.
My dad's a musician, so I also grew up around it, and I was just like, I'm gonna play guitar, Dad. He's like, no, and I was like, ha.
I'm the only musician in my family. I just like
Your brother plays drums.
That's true.
I thought I was gonna get girls.
One day, I'm in the car with my tío, and he's like, "Yo, check this out," and he puts on "Battery" by Metallica. And so I hear that acoustic intro, and I'm like, all right, this is all pretty good. This is all cool. I like this. It's a vibe. And then, all that shit kicks in.
Yeah.
And then my mind was blown. It just changed my life totally.
I thought it was gonna get me guys.
I was bored, and I wanted something to do with my time, and guitar looked cool.
And I think you kind of inspired me in a way to keep playing guitar, because otherwise I probably would have put it down.
I know that.
Like I remember we both started taking lessons at the same time, and I was like, no, he's gonna get better than me. I think what really made me want to start doing music was when I realized that like my dad would play me tapes, like he would play tapes or CDs of his band. And when I was a kid, I always thought that it was just the radio. I thought it was just like some band on the radio. And one day I asked him, I was like, Papa, like who is this? And then he was like, oh, this is my band. This is the Gus Music. Like this is our band. Gus was his best friend, and I was like, what? Like this is you guys? Like I thought it was just like some band on the radio. And like from that moment on, I was like, oh yeah, music is definitely something that I want to do.
I started playing guitar when I was 13. So at that time, my guitar teacher was having me listen to like The Ventures, like surf rock and like classic rock. I learned like a couple Led Zeppelin songs.
Started playing guitar more seriously. Like I've had a guitar, a little like acoustic first act miniature size guitar or whatever since I was like 5 years old. But when I started taking it seriously, it was probably like 3rd, 4th grade. And ever since then, I wanted to be in a band, and I would write like little songs and whatever. But no one ever cared really about any of the bands I was in. Like, we never really got any traction or anything like that.
There was no work in my town, so there was work in Arizona. So I ended up moving over there and then cutting off all my friends.
I actually used to play drums in this metal band called Hell's Army, and we had a show in Yuma, Arizona, where he was living.
Yeah, I popped up and I was like, hey, what's up, Alexi? And then I made a tape for, what was it? We did a split together because we were in 2 separate bands, but we did a split. I made tapes for that.
When I posted on the Abilene page, the older band, that's when I was like, I put it on everywhere, like, who's down to play drums? When he's like, he literally just said, yo.
Yeah.
That's it, just yo. And I immediately DM'd him. I was like, dude, I wrote 3 songs, come to Friday. And then he was like, oh shit. It took honestly a while because he didn't play drums for like years.
Yeah, I was rusty, and I moved back home, and then this guy said needed a drummer, and so I just hit him up, and he's like, oh, are you down? Like, yeah, I'm down. But I thought it was gonna be like, oh, like one of those things, you know, where you say like, oh yeah, I'm down, and just never do it. But it wasn't. He was like, oh, let's practice on Friday. I was like, oh shit, okay.
I think 2018, we were all in 8th grade, and this happened. I think you can better tell this story because I wasn't the one who was there, but...
We went into the garage to play ping pong or something like that, and then I saw that there was a drum kit and bass and guitar just sitting there in the garage, and I was like, guys, what if we made a band together? And this was to like all of the friends that were in the room. So technically, we would have had like 6 members if they all agreed.
And I wouldn't be in it.
Started my first band when I was 17 in high school. And luckily there was a lot of musicians in my high school, and most of them were really talented. So it really encouraged me to be the best musician that I could be, because I wanted to be able to keep up with the other musicians that I admired. And the older I got, the better, the more talented the musicians got. And eventually I went from like, I want to be just like these people to these people are my friends.
9th grade, I like tried out for the jazz band, but I didn't get in because I'd only been playing guitar for like less than a year at that point. But I was hanging out with those kids who did get in.
It was just me. So it was literally just me on my keyboard, I had like a MIDI keyboard and just like my Ableton. And I recorded everything in my room by myself.
This was like around like when Guitar Hero was like becoming such a big thing, like Guitar Hero 3.
Are you ready to rock?
I was playing Guitar Hero 3 with my cousin, and he was older than me, so he would get the guitar, and I was always stuck with bass, and that kind of like taught me to listen for it, and I just grew an appreciation for it.
Started playing shows like the moment that we had a semblance of a set. Back then, I was very like show hungry, so even if like a song wasn't finished, we're like, screw it, we'll play it, whatever, who cares?
My first show was at like a back room of a bar that was pretty DIY. Most of the shows that we threw, I mean, you know, again, we're in high school. We're all underage. We can't really play bars.
I think our first show was like a metalcore show. Like we were opening for like a bunch of like bands that sounded like Sleeping with Sirens and Devil Wears Prada and stuff like that. So I think we played at like 5 p.m. and like only like 5 people saw us, which were just like our friends.
I was in this band called Oh What with my friend Andrew, Leon, and Elvis. And we played a show in Rosemead at an abandoned house. And it was a sick show. I think from that moment on, I was just like, okay, this is something like I want to do for like ever, you know?
I remember being upset, being like, how come nobody comes to shows like beginning to end anymore? And I'm just like, that show probably ended at like midnight. I didn't even stay for the whole thing.
1 or 2 years later, we got eventually good enough to like play a set list, and then we had our first real show, which was at Remax.
Yeah, my mom is she was a real estate agent, and she.
It was bizarre.
Yeah, it was really bizarre. It was like a chili cook-off, like they wanted a band, and we were like, all right, guys, I guess we gotta play a set for people, and I was quaking in my boots the whole time.
I didn't know there was a scene. I asked my mom if I can have people come over and watch us play in my garage at my mom's house, and she was like, oh yeah, sure. And then this guy that I was talking to, he's like, oh, I can get some other bands, like I could get some bands from Yuma and like Mexicali and Valiendo, I can get them to play. I was like, oh yeah, cool. I didn't even tell my mom. And then all these bands show up, the bands and the crowd, like the whole driveway was packed, and my mom was like, dude, what the hell? I thought you said you guys were gonna like just play to friends. And I'm like, yeah, I am. I think I was like 15. There's people smoking and drinking outside the front yard. I don't think it really mattered because next door the guy was throwing a party and he was outside drunk, like rocking out to like us and everything. And my parents got pissed. They told me to quit the band and everything. But like I just kept like sneaking out and playing shows.
The punks will show up wherever the flyer says, you know, like whether it be a backyard, a laundromat. Dude, one time I played in this kid's kitchen.
Right now, I am making sure everything is good to sound good. Got the bass amp here all dialed, thanks to Dan the Man. And we got the whole back line here for the first band. If you saw from the sound check, you were killing it, so I'm super stoked about that. Point is somehow we make it happen. It's like a magic trick. Even for us. We've been doing this for a while though. Well, at least I have for sure. I've been doing shows for a long time. There's a lot of moving parts, and that's the hard thing about it. So, to all of those who are type A personalities, maybe you should get into the show industry. I think we need you.
I was stuck in our hometown. No one was doing shows. I met a friend of mine that was owning an ice cream shop in Brawley, which is also in our hometown. And he's like, dude, I've always wanted to do emo nights. I've always wanted to do shows. I just don't know anyone. I don't know how anybody has gear. I had all the gear. My uncle had all the gear. So Brawley Creamery. Shout out Brawley Creamery and RIP on the building. It's closed down, unfortunately. Yeah, it's been, dude, that's why.
This is how I find out?
Yeah, dude. Why do you think there hasn't been shows?
In high school, I would, like, every class I'd be in, I'd be like, if we threw a show in this classroom, how would we do it? Like, how would I do it? Like, I'd probably have the band play over there. And like whatever this over here, whatever like restaurant across the street, if they let us play there one day.
My name is Adrian De La Rosa, and I'm owner of on the Boulevard Brooklyn Deli. It's as you can see, it's a sandwich place.
Like guaranteed for sure, their DMs all the next day is gonna be like, "Hey, I was at that show yesterday. Yeah. I didn't know you guys do shows here."
People have been contacting me a lot, so I do shows here. But again, I have to kind of pick and choose, you know, who can play, who cannot. We don't want it to get too crazy, you know, because of it, you know, again, it's a restaurant.
It is rough though, because it's like this kind of stuff, like the DIY stuff, like playing like a hidden venue or like a hole in the wall type place, or like even somebody's backyard, or like a somebody's like a clothing store that like on the weekends converts into a venue. Yeah. You know, it's like something like that is always so much cooler.
House shows are always like the funnest. Anything like that where people are like right there in your face.
backyard shows, are those still happening like often? I feel like I don't see them as much anymore.
No.
Yeah, right?
I mean, I guess not with. We might be too old though.
Unfortunately, there aren't as many outlets to perform, and as of right now, there's been like a drought, I guess we could say, in venues and whatnot. And that's kind of why I enjoy doing this. I enjoy promoting, I enjoy hosting. So I just know that we're giving people a space to showcase their music, and that's important to me.
It was in the middle of the summer, and there was a backyard show, but I suggested that we play inside the house, Hector's house, R.A.P. Not Hector, the house.
that thing of like, okay, well, here's the address of the place.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know where this is. I've never heard of this place before.
Yeah.
I guess we'll just see when we get there what happens.
Yeah.
We played inside, and that was probably worse because it was so humid and hot. Like, I don't know why the AC wasn't even on. It was raining too, but I wanted to pass out because there was so many like bodies inside the house. Like, and then I think you ended up in a cage.
No, that was what's that guy's name?
Oh, that dude from Pit Slave.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's like pretty young. He's like a little bit older than me, but he just bought a house. And he bought a house just like kind of because he could.
In the valley?
Yes.
Caesar's like, who's buying houses in the valley? You're not telling me.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so he bought a house, like, and one of the reasons he wanted to buy a house, like, his family helped him, of course. But
Yeah.
He wanted to buy it because he wants to throw house shows again.
This is an LA specific phenomena, I feel like. It's just nobody owns houses anymore.
In this economy, how could we?
Yeah. Again, that's why, like, whenever we get like those DIY house places, it's like very rare, and like you get it while you can.
We played lots of backyards. We played DIY venues, whatever we can find. Someone's parent owns this business, and we can clear out the room for the day, and then at night we can play the show, and there'll never be a show there again.
And also, too, a lot of these places don't last very long.
Being young and not really having lots of spaces to play, but yet there was always bands that were coming through from different parts of the U.S. that were on tour, and they're like, oh yeah, we have a DIY space in Texas, in wherever, Florida, in Omaha. And eventually we learned, like, oh, there's places that are like venues, but they're ran by like just like punks.
So we were doing a Halloween show here a couple of years ago, and one of these JBL speakers had it caught on fire. So they kind of started to flare up, and orange and smoke came out of it during a band set, and it was really scary and really embarrassing. When we went to go repair it, we learned that the speakers, because they're secondhand, they had car speakers inside of them.
I mean, it was pretty natural when we're like, oh yeah, like we should open up one too. And like everyone in the punk scene, we were all friends. There was this place in Pomona called Aladdin Jr. that we played shows at, and they would give us some of the money. What we would do is we'd get all of our friends' bands together and we'd play the show, and we all agreed to not keep the money and save the money so we can put it towards a down payment for a space. These are all members from Bridgetown, and like again, like we started, like these bands played shows so we could save money to open up Bridgetown. Left Astray, Stress Case, Dangers was like one of the more popular ones, so they really helped out a lot. Anytime they played, like the shows were big. Nuevo Lascura was more of like towards the last leg of Bridgetown, and like they're huge now, you know. Moon Bandits, Tommy and Astrid, there are a couple. They were big volunteers of Bridgetown, and by the time we opened, it was like it hit hard.
Awesome when I see the kids lined up outside, and you take pictures and you see it, like, my gosh, you know, this is like New York. This is something, you know.
It was a place for people to go and feel comfortable to just hang out and party and meet other like-minded folks just to listen to music. This show was actually supposed to be at Bridgetown, but I think we forgot to pay the rent or something, and like there was no electricity, so we had to move it to some kid's garage. Some kid in Azusa, I don't remember who it was. I was just having this conversation yesterday too with someone. Wait, oh no, I was gonna say, is that my garage?
I have my friends who were in the bands, and they always have to beg venues or restaurants to see if they could play, and a lot of them say no. You know, so here I give people the opportunity, the kids, to come in, as long as they behave and they act in good faith, come in and do something like show and do something for the community.
Besides shows, we would try to go to. It was in La Puente, so we would try our best to go to community meetings in La Puente. We would try to host other things that aren't necessarily punk related. Like there was clothing swaps, like record exchanges. We tried to do guitar lessons there, but that didn't really work out. Workshops, stuff like that.
And I knew people did their own things, but I never had an interest in it until literally life hit me where I had to do it just so I could play. Granted, I know it sounds a little selfish, but afterwards when I got a taste of it, then I started really getting into community. Then afterwards, I started throwing shows for other bands. There was a lot of shows that I didn't even play. I just set it up so people can play while I was eating like free ice cream with the homie when he had a show.
Every DIY artist anywhere, but especially here, has to go like on a journey about like finding the people that they most resonate with and then really locking in with those
can I
people.
get the fish sandwich, please? And then can I get a breakfast jack? And can you add the spicy cutlet?
I'm sorry, for the fish sandwich by yourself?
Yes. And then the breakfast jack, and can you add the spicy cutlet to it? Yeah, like just by itself.
Okay, so fish sandwich and a breakfast jack.
Yeah, and then can you add the spicy cutlet to the breakfast jack?
I'm sorry, I can barely hear you.
Can you add a spicy cutlet to the breakfast jack, please?
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Hey bro, my check's gonna bounce tonight. Get a fraud alert on this.
You're like, bro, I couldn't get gas, but I got the fucking jack.
Hey, I don't know how we're getting home.
I don't give a fuck. The weirder the better.
Yeah, the weirder.
Dude, Jack in the Box fish tacos is diabolical.
Jack, what are you doing to me? I'm dying.
Jack is fucking you, dude.
Good. If it's not Caesar, it's Jack. For the record, I'm truly not gay. I just like gay shit. I don't know
Jack's
what's
out of the box, I guess.
This works?
No, don't hit that, bro. It tastes like battery acid. I need to throw it away.
27.53.
I had a question. You don't have fish tacos, right?
Fish tacos no.
No, you meant the fish sandwich?
Oh, yeah, okay.
Okay. I was just curious.
And then can you add like 8 buttermilks?
Oh, can you add 8 buttermilk ranches, please?
Dude, low-key chugging that shit.
Oh yeah, he needs a shit ton of buttermilk all the time. Every time we go to Jack, our hometown here, like 8 to 10 buttermilk sauces, guaranteed. Every time.
Are you recording?
Yeah.
This video goes out to Caesar at Ignite in Fontana. Let me get the address. Because that guy's a freaking true ass homie. And every time I go in there to use the bathroom, he doesn't question, he just lets me. And he's funny. Let me find it.
Shall I put on some music for the...
I'm down. I'm gonna try the fish sandwich.
That's scary, dude.
Let me see what it has.
This one too. That looks... Let me smell it. Have fun with that.
Okay, it smells kind of concerning, actually.
It's like battery? Dude. Oh no, oh no, oh no.
Bro, I got the Shack signature blueberry lemonade box.
Why would you do that?
Because they only had...
No, not you.
Oh, did you eat that? Was it horrible?
This, yeah.
Oh, is that the one that tastes like battery acid?
Dude, I told him. I tried to.
No, don't put this in there, please.
No, dude, keep that in there. I fucking told him earlier today. I was like, that thing tastes like shit. Don't hit it.
Why do you have it in your car still then?
Okay,
I just haven't cleaned my car.
Here's a fish sandwich. We already did. It smells like tartar sauce and nasty, but
Oh,
Oh.
I don't like how that lettuce came out.
Oh.
But your face looks like you want to like it.
it doesn't taste bad. It doesn't taste like anything.
That's how you make that shit taste better.
It doesn't taste bad.
I'll just take your word for it.
Jack can never do wrong.
That's a lie.
That's a lie.
It's like it doesn't have a pool or anything. It's just like mush.
Ew.
It's mush.
Ew. No?
No, get it. I love Jack in the Box.
Don't. No, he's trying to be biased.
He's trying to get an endorsement.
He's trying to get endorsed.
I am actually.
Yeah. He wants to fucking get sponsored by Jack. Like genuinely.
Some Jack in the Box fucking drum heads.
I got the Evans Jack pack. With the Remo Jack.
I feel bad for wasting, but I'm gonna sit this one out.
Oh, you can't finish it?
The scene is a lot like that, where it's just a bunch of people all helping each other out, and then you form like friendships because of that. And then, you know, the more you start to play with bands, you get closer and closer to them.
Honestly, it's very parallel to just like making friends, like as an adult.
It kind of snowballs. Like, I just met more and more people. I started really enjoying like how, like, when the setting was good, like everybody really seemed to fuck with each other, be there to like help each other, just do like everything the right way.
Community is everything. Community is the focus of having a great part of your music career. You know, if you don't have people sharing your music, personal friends, if you don't have homies coming to your shows, like, your shows are gonna be lame. Like, and I mean, of course, people can, like, strangers can come too, and that's great. That's even better, you know?
There was such a lot of music scene here, and I'm glad that I'm being part of it, or the Deli's been part of it, you know. But we got some really good bands and good talent here in the Antelope Valley, and I just hope that I can help them grow and maybe become big, and they'll remember the Brooklyn Deli.
I feel like everyone's really tight-knit, and like it's a really small community, but I think everyone gets along well.
That the scene is great, like all these new people coming to the shows, expressing themselves, all these new bands coming out here. It's really great. The scene's growing, everyone's loving it, everyone's supporting, and it's really great.
Witch and Alleys and Blueberry and all them are pretty good outliers. They're very unique. They're one of those bands that like weren't copied by everybody else, because they're low-key too hard to copy. but it's one of those special things that is pretty sick.
But essentially, like, I wire the Game Boy into the mixer. It's split left and right, so the left channel is just synth, that goes to the house, and then right channel has synth and a click track, and that goes to Joe. So it splits, and then he has his own output right here, and then this output is going to go to the house, in this case just another little bass amp.
We're helping for Ryan's dad, a little funding here, a little funding show, so yeah, hopefully it helps.
Yeah, Ryan was the original bass player for Witch and Alleys and Callers as well. And his dad had passed away a few weeks ago, and he's left with like a lot of just medical bills and like debt and stuff like that. And he's kind of just handling that himself. And Emmy just jumped at the opportunity to put the show together. Like, he put the fundraiser together, he put the show together, like within the span of like a day. Yeah, and like yeah, we all agreed to like, you know, hop on it too. And it's cool. Like, we raised some money on the fundraiser already, like the GoFundMe, and then hopefully tonight is popping off and a lot of people coming. Try me if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Fuck, I need earplugs too, actually.
That's my least favorite thing to do.
That's on 6. It's like 6 to 9.
Twice on 6.
Okay. Try with.
Yeah. Being a musician with a son is definitely a game changer for me. In the beginning, I took a little bit of a hiatus. Michael subbed in for me, did a few months, played a few shows for me, and then I got back into it, and at first it was a little weird. It just feels weird being away from home, especially just like the nighttime routine. You gotta kiss him on the forehead, you gotta put him to bed for a whole week. And that's something I've never done before. I've done like a night, I've done a weekend. That's been even already pretty intense, but a whole week away from home, I don't know. There's still like a guiltiness to it, where I know, even tonight, playing a show tonight, and I know he's going to bed, she's putting him to bed, and I'm like, oh, fuck. But yeah, I don't know. Tour will be a first, being away for a whole week. No bedtimes, no cuddles. Dude, they're like one of my favorite bands right now.
Bro,
They're also like his teacher.
Yeah, shout out Smalls, bro. That's our teacher.
I'm Joe Smalls, or Smalls. I play drums in Blueberry. And yeah, I'm a high school teacher. I teach photography, 9th through 12th grade at Little Rock High School in the Antelope Valley.
Photography teacher, and you're the teacher in my school, so that's how I first met him. He's really cool dude.
I've been having the pleasure of playing some shows with some students of mine now, and a former student, which is really cool. It's just nice to see that and be able to be a part of that still. Like, you know, we've been doing all this stuff for so long, and it was like really welcoming. That past show we played, we hadn't played out here in a long time. Just makes me feel good. It felt just like when we started as a band, and to see everybody having such a good time.
The owner of the Brooklyn Deli, you are fucking badass. This is what shows used to be like. It is so sick to be playing here.
That show, the Blueberry, was legendary. It was like, wow. People were up to the wall here. It was a great experience, and I hope we can do that again.
The community part and the DIY space are completely separate, I think. Like, but you can still create a community without the DIY space.
As you continue to do these shows and make friends with bands and get connected with people, when you're in a pinch, you know, somebody can open up a space to you.
In the last couple of years, the people that want to throw the shows are throwing the shows.
Bands kind of making music out of the necessity of like being creative and stuff, and just doing it, you know, even though they have 9 to 5s or, you know, it's stressful. You know, right now things are tough, right? But like people, it's like almost an act of resistance, right?
Even touring, like going on tour, like I encourage it so much. I'm like, dude, please go. So that way you can visit other DIY spaces that are open. And if they're not DIY spaces, like, you know, whatever makeshift venue that people make, because then you're expanding your community.
You know, you just meet more people the more you reach out. I find that out day after day. I'm the one who's like booking us the tours and stuff, so I do a lot of outreach, and I do a lot of talking to strangers and introducing us and really just trying to get our name out there. A lot of that comes back relatively quickly. It's really interesting to reach out to people that you've never met before and have them be like, whoa, okay, actually I like your music, and I'm like, that's really cool. Like, how in the world?
It was very surreal. Like, even just one of the first shows we played, like after our album released, because it kind of released during COVID, so it was a while before we could actually play a show, and there was like a few people in the crowd who were singing along, and there was like, I even saw someone like crowd surfing, and we're just in like a tiny little, like the tiniest little skate shop.
Times where it's hot as hell, but we're like, damn, I really want to play. Like,
sometimes you just be itching for it.
oh yeah, that's why, and it happens. Even people will go out sweaty as hell, like in shorts, yeah, but they'll do it.
Knows what's up.
Yeah, we got our homie. Yeah, he's from the valley.
The valley too.
Yeah.
One time, I forget who was playing. I don't know if you guys were there, but it was at Sapo's. It was at nighttime. It was so humid. It's so bad. And me and my friend from school, we went, and like after moshing for like 2 sets or whatever, I got so tired and was just sweating my entire face.
We were like, what? How do people know our songs? Like, so it just keeps being that feeling over and over again to like a different scale, kind of, you know, like, oh, now it's the whole crowd is going crazy and everyone is singing along, and everyone, like, people are coming to the show because of they know our band, you know. It's yeah, none of that is anything I would ever have expected.
It ends up making you a people person, because especially with a lot of these different like subcultures and niches, like you finally meet like the same people who are into the same weird crap that you're into, you know. So there's a sense of belonging in that, but it's like find a way to get shit done.
If I can make it happen myself or with my friends, then it's like, it's really coming from a place like, we made this happen, you know, like we created this, you know, like we didn't have help from like, you know, some label or anything like that, which no diss is on labels. Like, I love labels, you know. There's a lot of cool ones out there that help out bands like do their thing, you know. But like, I do take pride in the fact that we do it either all together as a band or like just on our own.
Okay, I'll start you right here. This is like the last little bit of the bridge. Yeah, here we go. Just get a better feel going out of that, though. Okay.
I still didn't do my prompt yesterday. I skipped it.
Oh.
I was gonna do it. I was gonna do.
You only let yourself down.
I know. I was gonna do my prompt and then I didn't.
Don't let me down, please.
You have the window, so that we can have some peace here in the studio.
I'll refrain from violence today.
You're too domesticated today. What's up here?
You can celebrate it.
I can't even do it.
My dad right now. I told you so. Oh.
I'm just glad that you guys are all here to experience it with me. Thanks.
Woo! Yeah! It's a man of few words. But now, elegance.
He must die.
Yes, served its purpose.
Like there, the kick pattern kind of switched a bit. A little bit more short here. Yeah. I think at the end you can kind of just go you can go even more crazy with the kills. I love it.
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, and in due time, if I ever decide, in due time, if I ever decide. I don't know where we go from there. Is that it?
Gil, if you want to just like.
Her Majesty by the Beatles.
Right.
I see you, Charlie.
Cover for that. I see you, Charlie.
I like how David's in the same exact spot.
I know. I just.
The bro doesn't.
I'll say like probably like 75% of musicians you know are also at least halfway decent at like mixing.
No one's gonna. We don't have the money to go to a studio. No one knows who we are. Like, so there's no way we're gonna get someone to like pay to get us a record made or whatever.
So what you do? Real easy. Think of something. Oh, there's an innovation to the whoop-de-whoop. Oh, yeah, how we gonna go about it? Oh, oh, this works, this doesn't work. Half of the time it's gonna work right ahead, half the time it's gonna not work. But it's cool at times it doesn't work, you figure the stuff out, the not succeeding helps you out.
That's true.
It helps you find a way and maybe create a way that has never been created. So just keep at it until you fucking just make it happen.
Between me and my roommate Devin, we had enough like gear, like a bunch of like $20 knockoff microphones of like the Shure SM57 and stuff like that.
Dude, like total, we're trying to even put more records out, but it's really hard because like I have like adulting, bills, work. I'm not kidding. I wrote like 20 songs, and he knows a lot of them, but we haven't had a chance to record them because it's constantly working. And then me, I'm a father. I have to watch over my daughter when I'm not working. When I figured time for that and time to go play the shows too.
It got to the point where I just started recording other bands as well, and so I kind of started upgrading some of my gear, getting a little bit better microphones. And then it got to the point where it was like, and I spent so much time like learning all about mixing and mastering and all this. So it got to the point where I was like, well, now if we don't do it, it's kind of like a waste of all this time that I put into it, and all this gear is just gonna not be used.
He made a lot of tapes and a lot of the merch for our own band before we started getting help with others, which again, shout out to Stay Tough, Oliver Glenn, and also Self First with Kyle. They helped us with a lot of our merch with that.
If we wanted tapes, we have to make them ourselves. And so, yeah, my friend Devin, who I was living with, had tape machines. He had a printer. Then Greg and I recorded Widow Dusk's EP because I think they had heard that we like recorded Everything Seems Better Now by ourselves. And then they hit me up to make tapes for them because they knew that I made the tapes. And at that point, I was like, well, if I'm going to start making tapes for other people, then I should probably have like a name for this. And I'm not very good with naming things, so Self-Versed kind of came about. And then also I just like the meaning of it is like to know yourself, which I think self-discovery is important, and like not exactly knowing yourself, but like trying to know yourself and trying to figure out who you are and what you're, Yeah, so basically I'm making a master. So I have this old ass laptop that's like broken. So this laptop is now literally just used for making master tapes. When I explain it out loud, it sounds dumber to me than I should just not explain it. It should just be. It's just because it was verse to self, and I was like, self verse sounds the same. That's it. I'll cue that up, make sure it's not playing, get a flashlight going, make sure that these settings are right on my machine, and then it's going from a aux cable that goes into the back here to like the red and white thing. And yeah, you just need a player that can write, record, and then yeah, I just start it. Oh, actually this tape needs tabs. They also make these little plastic things that like slot in there, and it's just so the machine sees that they're there, and it'll let you write over music. So yeah, then I just start the tape and I wait until I can see the actual brown magnetic tape go by, and then I start the recording. If it's the first master that I'm making of a certain thing, I'll like watch these levels for a while and make sure that it's not peaking too much. I usually like to let it get maybe every once in a while to go like +3, but never really get to the +6. And then yeah, after this tape is made, both of these machines can both do double speed tape to tape duplication, so then it gets a lot faster. This is like a lot of my paper working tools. So like cutting J cards happens on this thing. Folding J cards happens with this thing. I think that's basically it. Oh, and then stamps. I have these cool stamps. They're like Lego together. So, and then I found that a lot of stamp pads, the ink won't really like work with the plastic of the cassettes. It kind of wants to rub off. So I take foam like this, and I take these cheap craft paints, and I'll like just spread a thin layer on, and that's my stamp pad. And then lately I've been doing a thing, or I have like these separate stamps I'll do, that you can see how much worn out the A and B is, because that's all I really use, is just to label the A and B sides. Or sometimes I'll do like a cat on the A's and B's or whatever. Like I just have all these little stamps.
Some people take the skills that they get from DIY and apply it to actual business. Come here.
I work for Live Nation.
Yeah.
And I work at 2 venues out in Riverside.
Yeah.
Freelance. I've done bus tours. I've done fly tours.
Yeah.
I did DIY tour management like 6 years ago pre-COVID, and that got me a lot of places. And yeah, now this is my day job.
So I'm a chef. You got to hold the fort down 24/7 when you're working, and Bridgetown really taught me like how to navigate through that, and like how to be a leader, and essentially that's what Bridgetown taught me, and I feel like it taught a lot of us, is like how to be leaders, because all of us are trying to create this specific idea on what Bridgetown is, and there ain't nothing to it but to do it.
I feel like I know like 20 people who like learned screen printing because they had to like do DIY merch.
Like we screen printed a lot at Bridgetown. We had a printing press, and none of us had homes yet, you know? So we were all living at our parents' house, so it just lived there. And whenever we needed to screen print shirts for bands or posters for whatever, we did it all at Bridgetown.
The real like turning point, I think for us, was meeting Caesar in it.
What got me into promoting was the, I like to tell people, it's like, well, nobody would book me, so I had to book myself.
It's really, it only takes one person to kind of get you there, because your first DIY show whoosh, spreads from there. But it's like that first one we did with Caesar, Alice, Redacted Collective. I don't know if you want to put that up somewhere, but yeah, he's very cool. He got us into our first show. It was like junior high in LA.
And that's what I did with Redacted. That's the collective I have, where I and a couple other people throw shows. It's been everywhere from DIY to more traditional spaces in LA, like venues. That became valuable because, like, you know, no one would book me because I didn't, you know, I was so young, and not many people are willing to take a chance on you, especially out here in like a major metropolitan, like entertainment-centric area like LA. They book who they know, their friends, and that's about it. So biggest challenge for smaller bands is like, okay, well, how do I start?
When I was playing with my uncle and stuff, we were playing a lot of like, unfortunately, like pay-to-play shows. I was like 15, 16. He had a drum set for me, so I was lucky to have it, so I was able to practice and stuff. And of course, as a kid, I was all excited, like, oh, cool, I'm gonna play House of the Blues in San Diego. Oh, cool, I'm gonna play, you know, this venue, whatever.
When people would come to me being like, man, you play there? Like, that's such a pay-to-play place. Like, they totally ripped me off there. I'm like, what do you mean? It's pretty fair. It's just like a straight split. And then they told me about like this promoter who's still working to this day.
And a lot of the venues were pay to play, which means they give you a stack of tickets, and it's your job to sell those tickets. And whatever, like, let's say they give you 50 tickets, and each ticket is $15, $20. And if you're in high school, you don't have that kind of money. Like, maybe one friend does, but not 50 of them.
I've met so many people that are not from LA and stuff, that are like, oh yeah, I'm playing the Viper Room, and I'm like, bro, like the fuck, like,
yeah,
that sounds so corny. Like, A, and then B, it was like, let me guess, you had to sell 15 tickets, man.
Yeah.
It's like, why don't you just go to like a show that like somebody decided to throw in their backyard? At the time, it was, like backyard stuff.
It was pretty rough in the first few shows that we played, like pay to play, because we were like, oh my gosh, guys, like we get to play at an actual venue, like House of Blues, you know, Whiskey a Go Go, you know who's played there? So of course, that's how they get you, right? They're like, they're preying on younger bands in their career who are getting the opportunity to play at the real Whiskey a Go Go in LA, the one that every band in existence has played at. Who wouldn't want to do that? Oh, but you got to pay us $4,000.
Whatever you don't sell, they add up the money of those tickets, and you have to pay that. And, you know, when you're 17, that sucks. You don't want to do that.
Then it just becomes like, hey guys, you want to come to my show? You're coming to my show on Friday, right? Hey guys, you're coming to my show, right? Like, don't do that.
I'm not sure if that's more harmful, or if the model of, oh, nobody bought that many, or people didn't buy that many online tickets, okay, well then we're canceling the show in general. It's like forcing small bands to like effectively do the same thing as like harass friends to get pre-sale tickets. Like, I hate having to tell, like, when I throw shows, like, I hate having to tell bands that when, like, what's it called? When, like, the venues are, like, kind of sweating me, you know? Kind of being like, hey, man, like, I don't know. And I have to reassure them, like, hey, it's a local show. Locals figure out, like, the day of when they want to go to a show.
The pandemic is what kind of closed it down, along with a bunch of other DIY spaces.
There was a bunch of venues in LA that did shut down, and like some of them rebranded, or like some of them got bought out and then rebranded, and then some of them stopped existing altogether. I think like at least like four venues. So it was like after COVID happened, like there was a lot of promoters who had been in the game were just like,
Leave it over here.
What are the next steps? We don't even know.
You know, so it is that too, where it's like, do you guys ever play that one spot that was right there, like just outside of downtown, or like these cross streets? Like, that place was sick. And you're like, no, I heard about it, but like by the time I want to go to a show and it already got like it already got rated or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like it sucks, but it like, you know, it kind of creates that whole like, you know, like a. It makes it very personal, like to each person.
You know, there's a lot of places here in the Antelope Valley being shut down, and I think if everybody just get together and try to savor what we have right now in this venue, I think we can go on for a long time.
Unfortunately, there's a lot of the emo scene in other areas where, like, yeah, they tag places or obviously like steal shit or vandalize because they think it's cool, and it ruins like the venue and stuff. That sucks.
We've all played The Smell and the Moroccan Lounge, you know, the Echo, at this point. But like, there was that place Rocket 88 nearby that they just opened and it's already gone. It's already, at least that's what I heard.
With DIY spaces, sometimes it's like stuff happens, you know, like, oh, the space got shut down, or, you know, like, oh, our house shows got raided by the cops one too many times, so we're gonna have to like cancel your show, or you have to find somewhere else to do it, or whatever. Like, that could all be very stressful if you're doing like a month-long tour.
But again, it goes back to respecting the place, you know, not just there's a place where people can just do whatever they want now. That hasn't happened. You know, I had to put some boundaries, and it's for the good for everybody, not just the delis. It's for the safety of everybody.
There's going to be sketchy people that are just hanging around just because they got nothing else to do, that are just hanging out on the street. So like there would be random like drug addicts that are just chilling, that try to get in or like hang out around the space and like make people uncomfortable. And you know, some of these people are 15, 16 years old.
Like, it's just the drugs, they get a hold of people like too much at shows sometimes.
And like learning how to deal with that, and like going up to someone who's a drug addict and like opening up a conversation and be like, hey man, I'm sorry, like do you mind doing that somewhere else, or like can you know, drink somewhere else, or like, you know, or like can you at least be chill? Like, you can't come in intoxicated.
There's like too many spots getting burned, too many spots that refuse to, or like either just like, okay, we're done having shows because like stuff keeps getting destroyed or whatever, or just like we're not having Screamo shows anymore because some of the audience is just like too disrespectful and just like breaks our shit, and just we're having too many problems.
I try to, whoever tries to put the show in, I tell them, you know, you need to keep an eye on the people. You know, I don't want people, some of the kids overdose or get drunk. You know, as long as you have fun and you keep it safe, I don't think it will get shut down.
Zoos really are just a garden. The people who own them water their plants every day, and they try to evolve and gain a following and make space for people to make music.
I don't know. I want to be more vocal about like respecting DIY spaces and respecting each other.
I remember then being so bothered. I'm like, why aren't people following the rules? But and then at the same time, you know, like I'm in my mind, I'm like a punk. I'm like, you're being like I'm forced to be the boss now, and like this is so not punk.
Well, when it comes at least to our hometown, no one ever did that. Ever. No one tagged it. Like the dumbest thing they'll do is just like, being like in a dog cage, rolling in the ground or doing some weird shit.
I've seen takes of people being like, yeah, it's different, like these kids don't know how to act, la la la. But to be honest, like I feel like that's not true. I feel like if you've been around long enough, you know that kids are not gonna act right no matter what. Like I remember one of the first shows that I ever saw as a kid, or not as a kid, but like as a teenager, was like this backyard like mixed metal show. I guess it was like 2009. Yeah, it was 2009. I'm dating myself. Very cool. These like death metal bands and thrash bands were just kept saying like, fuck deathcore, like right before every song. And like, you know, kids were getting belligerent. This was for like a quinceañera, by the way. The parents got so upset that they pulled the plug on the entire party and, you know, threatened to call the cops. It's never always been respectful. Should we strive for it? Yeah. Absolutely.
It goes through a cycle of where like it pops off and then it like dies down a little bit.
A lot of big indie and alternative scenes like happen in waves. The reason why they happen in waves is because a specific group of people happen to get together and this is like on a band level and also like a scene level.
That was also kind of why Bridgetown dwindled and a lot of DIY spaces do, because we were a core group of friends that wanted to make this happen, and we did for a solid 5 years, where it was like consistent, just like throwing shows, meeting people, throwing workshops, helping other DIY spaces, and then we all grew up.
That's probably what like makes some scenes fizzle and like come and go, you know.
It was so surreal just to see the Che was exactly the way it was then, and like 10 years ago to the date, that was when we threw like the biggest fundraiser fest for them. This is the Che. This was that show I was telling you about, July 13th. This was that the big fest that we threw to raise funds for the Che. A bunch of bands played, like my band played, all my friends' bands played, and like we made money to keep it afloat because the school was trying to shut it down. And apparently that's like not the only time it got shut down, or it was trying to get shut down. Like no matter what, punks of all ages are gonna come and make sure that place doesn't go away, you know? But what's funny is that when I was there were younger punks there that were like, I don't know, 21, 22. They had no idea. They had no idea that this stuff happened, which is crazy to me because it was such it was such a struggle for us 10 years ago when we were like, that's all we thought about. And like, we're always like, we got to drive down to San Diego and like, cause they're going to have this meeting at the school about this thing. So like, it was just constantly just like driving down there just to keep it open. And I mean, we did it so that this next era, like they don't have to worry about it. And like, maybe they will, eventually they will again, like the school might have like, we'll probably try to get rid of it again, you know, who knows when, but at least the idea and the spirit is still there of like, what, like, I mean, for sure, if that were to happen again, doesn't matter how old I am, I'm gonna go down there. I'm like, no, dude, no, these people need the space.
There was a pretty nice little indie scene that was forming out here in the Valley in like 2016 through like 2018. And there was a house owned by this guy named Tone. Tone's house was across the street from a high school, and he would throw shows like every weekend of like local bands. That'd be local indie bands, which is very important because at the time there were no places that were serving indie bands specifically. So a bunch of indie bands, right, that were already playing in LA, but were from the Valley. They're playing there. Kids in the high school, they're hearing that there's a house that is just like throwing shows every weekend, including Friday. So what do? They can go straight to the show from school and check out these bands. What happens? They get inspired, right? Those kids from that school start their own bands. Those bands are of varying degrees of qualities, but there's at least like a couple that are like really, really good. They end up playing at this house. They get their friends to come see them, right? That becomes a whole ecosystem. A lot of kids, because that's such a formative experience and it's so fun for them, they're like, wow, like I want to be part of this. This is something that I want to do all the time. The bands get better. They're kids who are so dedicated to going to these events. All of a sudden, that room is way too packed. Can't fit anybody in there. Finally, there's another venue across the valley that can support like 300 kids. These bands start going to that venue, pack that out. The whole ecosystem follows them between this house venue and this like more traditional venue. This place was called White Oak Music and Arts. A few of those bands, the exceptionally really good bands, selling that place out. Where do they go from there? Everywhere else, included in that. I think the biggest one is Sad Park, I would say. They're not the Strokes, but they're like a band that now is like doing a bunch of tours. They just went on tour with Young Gatita. But then what happens when all the exceptional bands leave and there's like, the scene becomes so big that there's like, it's like infighting, right? Petty little beefs, not good actors taking advantage of situations. Then you have the end of that scene, the wave ends.
I went to a show yesterday with my friend Marcel, and we're watching this band, and they literally said, like, this is our first time playing outside of our city. And I didn't catch where they were from, but they're not from here. And, you know, you can tell they were nervous, they were excited, and they were doing the thing, which is awesome. But on the drive home, we were talking about it, and I was like, do you think, he was like, I can't wait to see like 5 years from now where this band will be. Will they make it? Are they gonna be bigger? Are they gonna be better? Are they gonna break up? And like, just for us to be able to be there for their first time being outside of their city was awesome.
When I started, MySpace was really big. I really enjoyed like just perusing through MySpace because it was like bands would like have like a top 8, or everybody had a top 8 of like their best friends or whatever. But bands would do that for other bands that they really liked.
There's so many other ways to express your art and your opinions now that it's not going to a DIY space and doing it there anymore. Like now it's more accessible through the internet.
It would basically be like them personally curating like who else they think you would like based on if you liked them. Like it was personal. And then Facebook kind of was the dominant force after that. And it took a lot of the personalization out of it. There was like, I guess what changed is like Facebook events were like a big thing. Like they attempted to make it like a social thing to like, here's a Facebook event, and then you could see like, you know, which of your friends are going, and oh, only like 20 people are committed to going to this show, but there's like 300 committed to going to this one. I might go to the one where there's 300 people. YouTube was huge back then. You know, everybody I knew was like, we have to make a music video. Instagram came after that. It was very like less and less about like the social aspect or like the music aspect of it. And then there's TikTok, which can be very much about the music. But I say that it's like not as like social because it doesn't really like encourage people to like come out to shows and stuff.
There's only so much like outreach you can get from being online because there's a completely different world as soon as you get into playing live music, and getting those people from, you know, sitting behind their phone screen watching you on social media or like watching a 17-second TikTok video to actually getting them in the venue listening to you for an hour and a half, completely different.
You can blow up on TikTok and never play a show.
We played one of our first shows with Standards in what, like July of 2022?
Something like that. If you are interested in having like a traditional musician lifestyle, then TikTok can be a double-edged sword.
At that show, I remember after it, I was talking to Marcos, and he told me something that like kind of stuck with me, which was like, if you're going to do the social media thing, you cannot just rely on the social media thing. And it kind of kept my mind open to that idea because it's true.
Even with 7 weeks, I wrote that in 2017, 2018. It originally released in 2018, and then it officially released in 2020 when we released the EP, and then it still didn't go viral until like 2021 or 22. So like that was still like 4 to 5 years, right? No, 3 or 4 years or something like that of it just being under the radar before it actually just took off. So yeah, that's just definitely, it's like one of those things where it's like, well, if it's not hitting now, maybe in a couple years, you know, like just kind of keep doing the things that feel right to you at the time. And I've just kind of stuck with that. I'm like, I'm just gonna make what I think is fun for me right now, fun for my band. I think there was a little point where I did feel kind of like, dang, I can't stop making that kind of music, you know what I mean? Because, you know, that's how the song went viral, was that style, right? That lo-fi style. But I think once I initially grasped, like, I kind of told myself, like, well, I've always kind of just done what I felt was the right thing to do. So regardless of whether other people like it or not.
People like see a bunch of kids like moshing at a hardcore show. That'll like give you a lot of FOMO and make you think like, okay, maybe, damn, I kind of want to go to that.
Yeah, I just feel like as an entry point, we could do like a better job of kind of explaining like, hey, this is what this is about. I know that on the videos or TikToks that you've seen of our live shows, you just see people going crazy and like crowd surfing and stage diving.
I feel like it really works for like hardcore.
It's all very funny a little bit to me because like we have like aggressive parts, but we're not that type of band really. Like if anyone's gonna be crowd killing to verse itself, it's just funny to me. Like it's not the right time or place.
Sometimes I feel like people that have a song that go viral like think that because they have that viral moment that it translates like it should translate like in real life, like with like real numbers in real life, I guess. And that's not always the case. And I feel like that's kind of how it is with us too. So like, I feel like sometimes people might even be a little disappointed when they come out to the show because they come out to see the viral song and like songs that were like kind of earlier stuff that, mind you, started from like 2015. So it's been a decade. I've changed since then, you know? And maybe they go back being like, wow, I saw a completely different band than what I was promised online. You know what I mean?
Because it's like, okay, well, a bunch of people can listen to your music, but they may not necessarily mean that they're going to come out to the shows. There's not really a guarantee for that.
This is way crazier than I had imagined that this band would be. Like, they freaking rock, you know? So there's kind of like two sides of a coin, but I feel like usually people are kind of more surprised rather than disappointed. Yeah, like I get happy when people come up and be like, oh, I expected you guys to be like really chill, but like you guys freaking rock. And I'm like, okay, cool. Like they like it. They're like, it's not too completely like skewed one way where they can't like, like be cool with it.
Interesting about Young Atita to me is that they're definitely at a crossroads at the very border of DIY and non-DIY, not because they're planning on making the leap and selling out, but they've just happened to.
Yeah. The option's always on the table.
Yeah, but it's more of kind of like Versus Self. They found themselves with a viral hit, and from DIY are starting to get some crazy opportunities.
And since then, like, things really have changed. Like, it went from me being in my room by myself with just my little MIDI board, not even a real keyboard, and to now having a full-blown band, and working with our friends who are like producers, or like trying out like different things here and there, getting other people to jump on to tracks, and then just playing like kind of bigger shows with bigger artists. And I think it's just like, it's kind of crazy how something could go from just you doing it completely by yourself, and then it becomes like kind of like a collective like team effort.
We've been doing really well lately, and like we've done a lot of touring this year, and none of it is any like DIY touring stuff. It's like we're working with like other bands, booking agents, and our management's involved.
I don't know. It's just a very different feeling. It's less intimate. It's a little less fun.
Just be able to have like everything set in stone, and be like, you're gonna get to the venue, and you're gonna have a sound check, and everything's gonna go down without a hitch.
Yeah.
And like, and you're gonna get paid a agreed upon amount. But then it just starts to feel so uniform.
Yeah.
Every venue looks the same after a while.
And everyone's like 10 feet away from us, and we're just up on a big stage like that. I never liked that feeling, really. It's always, I don't know. It just feels, it just doesn't feel like us, I guess.
Phoenix, we played a house show and for the Phases, and even they were talking about, they were just like, I know you guys play venues usually, and we were just like, dude, we'll play anything. Like, it does not have to be a venue. Like we played a vintage shop in TJ. Like we'll literally play anything.
Finding a balance is where we're at right now with I guess how much we've grown.
I think bands are moving up to like they're getting on like record labels or like getting help from like better distribution companies, and so like they are getting into like places where maybe most will consider it not DIY anymore. But I think the creative aspect of it, like those roots are grounded there.
Now we're at the point where like I would like to get someone else to record something for us just to see what that's like. Wax Bodega is putting out a reissue of Everything Seems Better Now, and they've talked to us about wanting to help us really like record something new, and we've been kind of going back and forth with the idea. It's definitely a big consideration. Like whenever we make new steps getting farther and farther away from DIY stuff, it's always definitely a lot of consideration that goes into it, and it's still based out of necessity.
You get like a day job people acting like like day job workers, disgruntled, and like I don't blame nobody, but you do get that vibe after a while.
I run my own record label, but it's just me, and I'm trying to put out stuff for other bands and stuff. So would it be better to just like let someone else handle our records, and then I'll stay focused on tapes and CDs and have time to help out other bands with what they need?
It does feel like almost like an office job, like where I'm just like emailing people being like, I hope this email finds you well. Do you get a chance to look at my offer sheet? Do you think you can give me a response by EOD? That's end of day.
I don't know. It's a little disheartening sometimes talking to people who aren't in the DIY realm, even if they came from it, because a lot of times their whole focus is on growth and on money.
DIY stuff is 100% more like community. The other stuff is just so like yeah, I moved to LA to like follow my dreams.
Yeah,
And like, yeah, I got these connections. Like my dad works at Universal.
Yeah.
Or like my uncle my uncle buys coffee for everybody at Universal Studios.
Yeah.
Break,
I mean, they still like come back to it,
It doesn't feel the same at the corporate level.
No matter what the biggest like thing we would do, it's like the thing that'd be the most meaningful to us would be something like that.
The thing that kind of made Wabbit special in San Diego is that I hosted very curated events. They always had a theme, they always had a message. And I feel like I ended up getting a job as a event manager sometime last year, and I quit it because it felt like I wasn't doing anything with meaning anymore.
To get messages from people and talk to people at shows and stuff, and then tell me like what the music that I've had a part in making means to them, and like if it's helped them through stuff, or like it feels really cool. Like I know we've all had bands that have helped us through stuff and that mean a lot to us, so hearing that from other people that my music is that for them is one of the coolest feelings in the world.
What really made me want to do music wasn't like seeing like a big artist or anything, do music. It was like stumbling upon like a DIY show.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, like I consider myself an elder at this point. I am not young anymore, but I love I love playing shows, and I have that sense of like I could do this forever for the rest of my life, the same way I did when I was like 16 or 20 or like 25, you know? I'm like, I could do this forever.
I feel like a lot of artists can relate to this, that there's like sounds in your head that like need to come out.
They said it's just therapy, you know what I mean? I don't have any other way to express how I'm feeling or talk about, like, I don't have the words for it.
I still haven't made the perfect song that I want to make.
Seeing, you know, younger people like doing it still, you know, and then seeing people either my age or even older still doing it too. Like, it doesn't even matter, you know, like we're just gonna be out here doing our shit and having fun. It doesn't matter how old we are.
And it's not until the last couple of years where I meet someone that's like, oh, do you know Bridgetown? I'm like, yeah, I used to volunteer there and I helped open it up. I'm like, dude, that place means so much to me. Now that I'm older and like it's gone, I see that it did make an impact. But when we were in it, like it just, honestly, it didn't feel like we were doing anything. We were just throwing shows and we were just doing the things that we wanted to do.
Something about like growing up with DIY too, as like a young, like aspiring musician, it feels more accessible too, because you see people like right in front of you. It's not this huge like monolith. It's like, oh, I just have to get my shit together and learn how to play. I could be doing that too.
That's that's the foundation of what that is, right? You want to make it happen for yourself because no one's going to do it for you. In fact, you have people fighting against you.
It's the best feeling ever. I could do it every day if I could.
Yeah.
I second that.
Yeah, it's really tiring and really draining sometimes, but honestly, when you're performing, there's such an adrenaline rush that is like unlike any other drug. You're the most alive.
I play music because I love playing music. I don't know, the way it makes me feel. I love expressing myself and not having to talk. I mean, I play drums.
I have really bad ADHD, so like sometimes I could get like a temperamental thing or feel overwhelmed. Music is my way to express that. It helps me not become an angry person as well, and it helps me not lose my shit when like something happens with work or with life or anything.
Even us being creative and trying things out and, you know, really digging deep into ourselves creatively.
The month-long tour we did, the full US one, like I wish it was 2 months long. Like I thought for sure by the end of it I was gonna be hating my life and just want to be home, but by the end of it I was just like, man, I gotta go home.
I'm pretty sure like the best friends that I have and will ever have are through doing this.
I know it's so weird. Like anywhere I go, I always think like, I wonder who I'm gonna run into, because I always run into someone from when I was playing shows. You know, I'm always running into people, and like I love that. I truly love it, and like it really makes me feel like I made a really good decision on deciding to play music, deciding on being in a band, deciding on opening up this space, not knowing that they're going to make such a huge impact on me.
So these bonds really do like last forever, like through like just like a nebulous common goal of like wanting to do music.
I've had a couple people mention like, oh man, I really miss Bridgetown, or like I wish it was still around, or I wish there's something similar to that here. So when someone tells me like we really need this, I'm like, dude, if you want it, do it yourself.
Oh, I didn't turn the thing on. That's on me. Give it up one time for Joseph Elias right there. What a beautiful, beautiful documentary. And wow, you know, it was many things, including embarrassing videos of me when I was 16. That was crazy. If anybody wants to blackmail me, it's definitely him. He really, yeah. he definitely dug deep, and I think it really shows. So yeah, big shout out, and thank you all for checking out this very, very special documentary. Yeah, this was amazing. We're gonna pivot now to doing the opposite of what we just did. Instead of being sedentary, we're gonna be in motion. There's a band that's about to play right now that I think get people moving, but I guess you're just gonna have to. It's me. I'm about to go on tour tomorrow, so I just want to celebrate with you guys, if that's all right, and do a little dance with you all. Is that okay? All right, we're gonna move this screen, and then we're gonna freaking party rock, and we're not gonna be sorry about it. Okay? All right, so don't go anywhere. Yeah, you can clap. It's okay. Yeah.
What do you feel
Check, hey, check. Yeah. I'm good. I think Bobby needs to check something real quick. That was me. My bad. Okay, I think we're ready. Los Angeles, how we doing? I'm feeling pretty woo too. Would you mind coming on over here? Coming on over this way? Come on, hang over here. Y'all saw the documentary. Y'all know the drill. We got a lot of real estate. We got a disco ball. We got mood lighting. There's only one thing left to do, and that is to stand with your arms folded the whole time. I'm kidding. My name is Alexandre, and it's my job to make you move, and if I didn't do that, I'm sorry, but we're gonna do our really, really, really hardest. This first song is called Buffering, Please Wait. I think I've lost my mind, 'cause they're looking at me like I'm talking in source code. There's a race between my body and my brain. Body is losing again. Disoriented, I think I might cry. I just wanna connect to you. They make it look so easy, smiling, laughing, being a person. The person a burden. Should you help me reconnect to where I am? Tell me you see me, you understand. Ground me to the floor and take my hand. Don't let go. It's the only way I'll remember I'm broken the dialogue tree. The inconsequential, still so isolating. But there's no hard restart for me. I can't wipe the memory away. Help me reconnect to where I am. Tell me you see me, you understand. Drown me to the floor and take my hand. Don't let go. The way you'll remember. That's Hunter Mealy on keys. How we feeling? Hell yeah. I'd like to invite a very, 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 very good friend of mine to the stage to sing some songs with me. Her name is Britta Racy. Give it up, give it up. Valley Zone. Alright, so if you guys aren't sure what to do for this next song in terms of limb movements, I'm just gonna show you real quick what I do.
What do you do?
I just put my left foot in, and I skip the left foot out, and I just go with shake it all about. So we're shaking it all about. We're doing the twist, baby. If you don't want to do that, then this isn't a hardcore show, but we can make it one. Do a little two-step. You throw your foot out, and throw another foot out. We're gonna do it all right? If you don't, I will.
I can't dance.
We're gonna do our best. Here we go. Yeah, we're doing both first. My bad.
I got the sex appeal, real deal. I got skill, got the room to fill. Friday night, LA's chill. I feel like myself, like who want the cake? I look in the mirror like, babe, it's a slave. Pumping up the gym, make the body go crazy. You tell him that you wanna see little Miss Racy. My daddy's on the TV, Pastor Success. Looking at me now like, baby, you're next. Woo! Look at me doing my thing, doing my thing. Look at me doing my thing, doing my thing. Look at me, I'm
twist in my emotions. Starting to feel that roller coaster. Starting to feel it.
Make it to you, make it like whoa. Scrolling down the Instagram like whoa. Twits, what no. Don't invite me, I don't wanna go. I think that could qualify as go. Star status you don't even know.
No, all your friends are over at our show.
Fake it till you make it, now you know. Whoa!
Look at me doing my thing, doing my thing. Look at me doing my thing, doing my thing. Look at me, I'm doing my thing, I'm doing my thing. Hey, look at me, it took a long time to come around to myself like this. I had a little of a lot of a twist in my emotions. Starting to feel that roller coaster. Starting to feel it.
I wake up in the morning to check my phone, nobody's bugging me. I don't have to scroll back, now I don't have to know everything. One foot in front of the other, I can't do this seriously. No bad thoughts in my brain, I might finally sleep in peace.
Look at me doing my thing, doing my thing. Look at me doing my thing, doing my thing. Look at me, I'm doing my thing, I'm doing my thing. Hey, look at me, it took a long time to come around to myself like this. I had a little of a lot of a twist in my emotions. Starting to feel the roller coaster. Starting to feel it. Hey, mom and daddy, look at me. I'm doing well for myself finally. All the bills are paid, the lights are on, and the rent's not due today. And I feel great, and I feel great, yeah. The rent's not due today, and I feel great, and I feel great.
Yeah, baby. Oh, yeah. This next one's called Thanks My Day Is Ruined, but you guys, I'm being serious when I say this. You guys really made my day today by coming out. So appreciate you. This next one's for you, and so is the next one, and the one after that.
Hey,
Britta Racy. That's BRITTARACI for the curious.
That's me.
That's great. All right, I'm gonna catch my breath. Do we have another guest up, or is it? This next one, we're gonna do the exact same thing as last time. We're just gonna move. It's about when your Shardy posts a story pic and you're like, oh my god, I was supposed to do my work, but now I can't. I got a bugger in the other room now. It's called Whatever You Say, Gorgeous. That song was called Whatever You Say, Gorgeous by myself and my very good friend Samson Oates, who could not be here today. But he's dope as hell. Check out his music. Freaking IE legend. I love collaborating with folks. Most of my music is collaborations, and I think that's the cornerstone of DIY. And I don't know if the music would be the same without collaboration. So first of all, I got to thank this whole band here for collaborating with me. Killing. Hunter Mealy on keys. Bobby Victor on keys. Brett Rojas on drums. D'Lo on bass. Oh my God. I'd like to invite a very special collaborator. Been collaborating since 2020. Freaking amazing local legend, Valentina Zapata, otherwise known as Young Gatita.
What's up, everybody? Okay, we're gonna slow it down for a little bit. Sorry. I come on and it's like Mimi's time. No, I was kidding. I'm just kidding. Okay, you may have heard this song. Maybe.
When we met, I just knew that I already loved you, true, true. I didn't even get it, why you gotta stare with those eyes right across the dance floor, like it was just last night. I didn't even get it, why you gotta say goodbye. I should have caught him by his last name. It's been 7 weeks and 3 days. I should have caught him by his last name. It's been 7 weeks and 3 days. I should have caught him by his last name. It's been 7 weeks and 3 days. I should have caught him by his last name. It's been 7 weeks and 3 days. Boy, I let you in. You didn't even have to knock. An extra key on that first day. Under the sheets by that first day. We really made something, a miracle that most won't see. But it meant a lot to me. I don't get why you lied to me. I should have caught him by his last name. It's been 7 weeks and 3 days. I should have caught him by his last name. It's been 7 weeks and 3 days. I should have caught him by his last name. It's been 7 weeks and 3 days. I should have caught him by his last name. It's been 7 weeks and 3 days. All my friends say fuck you, but I can't even help to love you. And even though you run me out dry, I still think you're a decent guy. Why? I should have caught him by his last name. It's been 7 weeks and 3 days. I should have caught him by his last name. It's been 7 weeks and 3 days. I should have caught him by his last name. It's been 7 weeks and 3 days. I should have caught him by his last name. It's been 7 weeks and 3 days.
Thank you. All right, okay, now it's gonna get dancey again.
We write songs together. This is a song we wrote together, and we can't help but write songs about beefing with people.
Honestly, yeah, these next two songs are about beefs. What? We don't even beef like that.
No, we don't. We're so mild, but sometimes.
Does that have a count?
Freaking vegan club over here. All right, this one was called "We Could Be Cool." That last song was very indicative of, you know, the kind of musicians we were at the time in 2020. A little more chilled, a little more like, let's give people the benefit of the doubt, maybe. Let's try to talk to them, see what happens. 6 years later, we decided, fuck that.
Yeah, no.
Some people cannot be reasoned with. Some people, when they're in your space, you gotta just tell them, no, get out of my face. So, this song just dropped like 30 minutes ago. It's completely new. No one's heard it yet. You're the first ones to hear it live. It's called "Where's My Hug, Bruh?" Which is about. Well, you can fill in the lines with the kind of person that it's about.
We all know one of those.
So we're gonna freaking do it. We're gonna get freaking angry, okay, guys? This is very likely our last song. Thank you so much for hanging out and being part of this very special night. So, thank you, Joseph. Thank you, Woodbridge. Thank you, everybody. You're welcome. A lot of you I know, for those of you who don't know, I'm Alexandre. I got merch over there if you want to grab some merch. I'm about to go on tour. It's about to be expensive. With that out of the way, Woodbridge, this is your last freaking chance. Front to back, side to side, respectfully move around. Here we go.
Where's my hug, bro?
Your band's fucking music sucks! Let me do my dance. Let me do my dance. Back up! You had your chance. You had your chance. I don't want to hear you talking. I don't want to hear you talking. You better get to walking. You better. Hold up.
Yeah, you got something on your face. Oh wait, that's you just being fake. Back up now. Back up and hold up. Back up now. Back up and hold up. Yeah, you got something on your face. Oh wait, that's you just being fake. Back up now. Back up and hold up. Back up now. Back up and hold up. Back, bro. I heard what you said. Think you could mumble under your breath? Why don't you say it with your whole chest? Wait till my back's turned. Well,
Wow,
you're
you're a
pressed.
pest.
Crazy to think that I'd walk away. Come on, let me hear what you gotta say. Embarrassing. You're a corny ass flake. Dance to the click quickly. Make your tweedledum the tweedledee. Goofy ass moves, no self-esteem. Thought you were slick that you got it lick. Hit a blind spot and I almost tripped. It's scandalous to fake the fuck. Can never be me. I ain't no cook. Embarrassing. You're a corny ass fake. Head and shoulders can't fix your flake.
Something's different today. Something I can't explain. Maybe the look on your face. Just a little trace of how you really feel. And everyone else knows it. Disclose it. Dare you to disclose it. Something's different today. Something I can't explain. Maybe the look on your face. But you won't expose it. Dare you to disclose it. Move, move.
Yeah, you got something on your face. Oh wait, that's you just being fake. Back up now. Back up and hold up. Back up now. Back up and hold up. Yeah, you got something on your face. Oh wait, that's you just being fake. Back up now. Back up and hold up. Back up now. Back up and hold up.
Thank you.
Hell yeah.
Thanks so much, everybody.
Young Adita. Thank you, thank you. What time is it?
Oh, okay, we're running it back now.
Hell yeah. Yeah, that's the outro music now.
All right, y'all. Thank you so much. That was it. Thanks for kicking it. Appreciate you. That was Alexandre. We'll see you when we're back from tour. Thank you. Bye-bye.